Hey, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. I hope that y'all are doing, oh, Lord, doing well. Welcome to the Car Chronicles this morning. Don't forget that every morning, usually Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, for right now, when I'm driving in the car alone, I'm doing the Car Chronicles over some type of topic, some type of something. I did not pick a topic this morning out the box, which is okay. But I can just, of course, I can still talk about something this morning. I guess I put it that way. Some of you all may be, well, actually, let me get to the main street though, but because I'm almost there now, but so I can go ahead and get to driving, right? And I hope that y'all doing well. Let me know where y'all tuning in from. Let me know what y'all weather is today. My weather here in St. Louis is 68 degrees. It actually feels doggone good outside actually this morning, considering how hot it was last week in the hundreds and that kind of thing. 115 for the heat index, 120, all this kind of stuff. But like I said, definitely feels good out here this morning. It's 68 degrees. It didn't even get too hot yesterday. It got like in the mid-80s. I think we had some rain, like late Saturday night. It came in, so I'm thinking that's what cooled it off. Okay. Are they turning or what? Don't like, okay, I guess they are turning. Hey, truck, we can't hit each other now. Like, what's going on? Okay, y'all, I'm out on the main street. And like I said, today, I'm going to talk about yesterday on my page on Speak Your Truth, I talked about in the workshop Sunday. If y'all haven't checked it out, you should be able to go to that page, Speak Your Truth. I think it says Speak Your Truth, Tonetta Clay, or you can go to my stories, because the video is also shared in my stories too. And of course, click that link, it'll take you right to it. But I was talking about forgiveness. Of course, this month, what is this month? Lord, this is June. So I guess starting last month in May, actually, one of our workshop Sundays in May, I started talking about healing, the healing process, the stages of healing, that kind of thing. And of course, this last little thing I was talking about was about forgiveness. Because I kind of want to just bring all that together. I guess I put it all like in one full circle. I guess I put it that way. Because I know, like I said, each workshop Sunday I've been doing for the last 4 or 5 weeks have been talking about something about healing, something about the stages, something about trying to work through situations, that kind of thing, forgiveness. And like I said, I just want to tie them all together because I know folks are like, okay, how does this all tie together? In my mind, it ties together, of course, and I'm sure some other people's mind who may be listening, that kind of thing too. But it definitely all does tie together. Like I said yesterday, you cannot have forgiveness. I mean, you cannot have healing without having some type of forgiveness in there as well. And like I said, I know a lot of folks don't want to hear that F word. I guess I put it that way as well. But you have to keep in mind that going through the healing process, you have a lot of different stages in that process. It's not just, you could think about something, that the situation that's going on, and say, oh, I'm going to be done with this, or that, oh, I'm going to get over this. And it really doesn't work that way. Well, most times it don't work that way. I guess I put it that way. Like I said, a lot of times that what we're trying to heal from are those things that may have affected us growing up, as I guess the inner child, as folks say, the things that we faced when we were growing up. I guess the traumas, the dramas, whether it was we saw parental sexual, domestic violence, or we were all sexually abused, or there was some physical abuse going on with us, or some type of foster care system that you were in, or adoption, or people lied to you about this, or whatever it is, a cult situation, whatever it is. A lot of times, like I said, as kids, we don't have all the power that we have once we become an adult to, of course, to be able to fend for ourselves, to live on our own, to do these things for ourselves. We kind of have to deal with, if we have any parental issues that's going on inside the household, we kind of have to deal with that until we're out on our own, able to, of course, pay for an apartment on our own place to stay, our own food, our own utilities, that kind of thing. Like I said, that's very unfortunate for, of course, at least 90% of the kids in the world, I'm sure. It's very unfortunate. But like I said, that's what kids have to deal with. And like I said, a lot of the things that we're, of course, trying to heal from, where we're going through those processes, we're talking about abandonment, talking about feeling less than, feeling unworthy, not feeling that or feeling like we love ourselves or nobody else loves us, feeling like the black sheep, still trying to work through the sexual abuse that may have happened to you back in the past, because you're now dealing with a real man, a real woman in a relationship, and you all can't get along well because, I guess, in the bedroom because of the sexual abuse that happened to you in the past. Like I said, there's all types of stuff that we have that we deal with as kids that we don't realize that comes up when we become an adult. And that actually most of it does. In our behaviors, the way that we respond to people, the way that we feel, I guess take stuff, I guess criticism, stuff like that, our defensiveness, the political correctness, I guess you could say that for me as well, that comes up with those kind of things. And like I said, when you're trying to go through dealing with your traumas, your dramas, and that kind of thing, and trying to heal from them, like I said, it's usually the bigger, but it's small things as well. But the bigger things is usually what I've seen that causes a lot of issues in us adults, I guess, in our lives and stuff like that. And like I said, all those things tie in together, because if once you start dealing with those things, going through the process, I just use sexual abuse as an example, or sexual trauma, going through those kind of things. I mean, like I said, it's not an easy process. Some may, of course, say it's easy and that kind of thing. I'm going to tell you that it's not. It's not going to take 1 day or 1 hour or one video or whatever. What is this person about to kill these people? He's driving crazy. Lord have mercy. Lord, sorry about that, y'all. This person's driving real crazy. But like I said, it's not going to be a quick process. A lot of times we try to make it a quick process to sweep things up under the carpet, or I'm not going to deal with it, or I don't care about this, it don't bother me as much as it used to, and this kind of thing. Sometimes we're lying to ourselves. Actually, a lot of times I've done that as well, not wanting to face the fact that these things have happened. But like I said, in tying all this together, like I said, we have to go through a process like that in order to usually rid ourselves of those kind of all the triggers and stuff that we have behind those incidents. Like I said, I know a lot of folks may not want to hear that or may not believe that kind of thing. And that's fine. I understand that. That's fine. Do you? I understand that. But like I said, with me going through the process that the process I've been talking about are the things that I went through as well. And all those videos actually are the similar things that I went through, how I worked through all the traumas and the dramas and the triggers and all those types of things. That's the exact things that I went through as well. And the exact things that I did to get me to this point. I guess I put it that way. And like I said, I know I talked to some people, a lot of people about life and relationships and that kind of thing. And sometimes they don't understand that, which I understand, because especially if it's new to you and it's foreign to you, you haven't heard it before. Nobody's ever taught us these things. I didn't start learning these things and teaching myself these things until, well, the first time I actually soul searched, I call it soul searching, was actually in my 20s, actually. When I left my ex-husband back in the day for obsessive cheating and kids and all the stuff that he had going on. And like I said, that was the first time that I ever actually soul searched, which they call a personal development now, whatever you want to call it. But that was, like I said, that was the first time that I actually sat there and intentionally did those things. I didn't know what I was doing, but I did the best that I can. Of course, I have no idea where that journal is back now, but like I said, I started writing. Like I said, that's what helped me. We didn't have live video like we have now, like on Facebook or Instagram. I don't even think those things were I don't think they were even out back then, actually. Or they just, Facebook may have been just coming around, new to the college students. I think that was about it. But like I said, we didn't have all that stuff back in the day. We have it now, but we didn't have it back then. So of course, what I turned to was journaling, getting it out on paper, writing out my feelings and that kind of thing. Back then I did write letters, of course, to certain people about how I was angry or whatever kind of situation we were all going through. The same thing I talked about yesterday, writing that letter to that person that you felt that hurt you and those kind of things. That's what I did too back then. And like I said, I just didn't know that those were skills, were tactics and that kind of thing. I mean, I know that now, but like I said, back then I had no idea. I was just trying to figure out what to do to rid myself of all this anger, because I had a whole lot of anger and a very bad temper, actually. Was depressed at sometimes, was suicidal at sometimes. Like I said, I had to get that stuff out some way. And like I said, that's when I work with people, that's the main way that I'm letting people know that they can get those things out. At least in my mind. I know there's a lot of other ways, of course, because I know I will start talking about soon how baking helped me heal and that kind of thing too. Because of course, baking and being in the kitchen, cooking, that kind of thing, that helped as well. And like I said, I know other folks may either bake or be in the kitchen or may have another creative outlet that they can use to help them think and process and work through situations as well, because that helped me too. But like I said, we definitely have to get to that point. And you definitely have to get to that point as well to want to do something like that. The main thing I always tell people is, if you are sick and tired of being sick and tired of being depressed, sick and tired of being unhappy, sick and tired of always going through the same emotions but getting the same situations and whoever you're dealing with, then at that point you have to make a decision whether you're wanting to make some changes in your life or not. That's always the beginning steps of any kind of healing process. Any forgiveness, healing, anything you wanted to work on. I don't care if it's a goal you want to set. You have to first make a decision that you want to set whatever the goal is going to be, and start figuring those things out. Yesterday, I was talking in that video. I was talking about forgiveness. Like I said, you could check it out either from my stories or go to Speak Your Truth on that page and look at the last video. It should be like the last post, I think, on there. But like I said, you definitely have to make a decision for what you're trying to do with your life. It's not going to just happen because you think it's going to happen or because you want to manifest it. When you manifest, you still have to do the work. I don't care what people tell you. Yes, you can sometimes, maybe like 5% of the time. Sometimes you can think about something or do this or do that, but you're still doing some actions in the meantime. I guess I put it that way. I guess to cause something to even come to fruition majority of the time. Sometimes it just magically may happen out of thin air. But from what I've seen with those things, usually folks have been doing the work up until that point. Something that they have been doing in order to bring that thing into fruition. So like I said, you can't just sit there and think, but you can think about it all day long. It's not going to get you anywhere. You actually have to do the work behind whatever process you're looking at. Like I said, that's how I see things. I haven't seen it any different. There's always work to be had behind something. I don't care if it's a goal or a decision you're making to, of course, have a goal of healing or forgiveness or whatever it is. I just want to make sure, like I said, that's the arena that I'm coming from. I know some may not agree, and that's fine. I don't care. That's my opinion, and that's your opinion, of course. I definitely want to hear what your opinion is. Of course, if you don't agree, that's definitely fine. And how you work through things or how you see things as well. I'm always open to that. So definitely leave it down below in the comments. Or send me a DM if you don't want to leave it in the comments. It's fine, too. But like I said, definitely, that's my way of doing things in a way that's helped me. I guess I put it that way. And it's not going to be help. I'm sure it'll be helpful for some people. I'm sure that. But it's not going to be helpful for 100% in the world, no. Because everybody's going to have their own way of doing things. And that's what I always try to tell people. I think I was about to say something earlier in this video. I was about to say yesterday when I was talking to, I guess, on that video, and I was talking about forgiveness. I was also letting you all know that the information that I'm giving you will help you self-coach yourself. I know a lot of coaches may not want to say that or that kind of thing, or want to keep you as clients. I'm not that kind of person, I guess I put it that way. Yes, I love having clients and that kind of thing is fine. But at some point, if anything happens to me, if anything happens to the person, the other coach that you may have, you have to learn these processes on your own in order to do them whenever you deem necessary. Like I said, that's the arena that I always come from. I had to teach myself how to self-soothe. I guess you want to put it self-soothe or self-coach myself through these situations as well. Because I didn't always have a supportive person, a coach or a pastor or an elder that was supportive or a partner that was supportive, that kind of thing in my presence. I didn't always have that. So I had nobody else to depend on but myself. I may have had parents, they didn't know, I mean, they knew to a certain extent. Well, I can't say they knew anything about personal development, but I mean, I guess they knew life or some kind of wisdom, that kind of thing. But like I said, they were off into their drugs and there was domestic violence going on. I can't say I was the center of attention during those times, which I understand the reason why. I understand that. But like I said, I had to coach myself through a lot of these situations and learn how to do things on my own. And like I said, that's the arena that when I'm teaching and when I'm talking about things, yes, I don't mind having clients. I mean, I love that part, of course, working with you individually, that kind of thing. That's awesome as well, because I know some folks do need a hand-holding sometimes through situations. But like I said, some of us can, of course, take the information that I give or that another coach gives and apply that to their life in some kind of way. Now, I know everybody don't have $10,000 to $15,000, $20,000 to see a top coach and this kind of thing. I know I don't either. So, of course, like I said, I definitely had to learn how to take the lessons and the experiences that they taught, and of course apply them to my life, given the information that they told. And like I said, anybody can do that. You just have to be willing to do the work. Like I said, I know a lot of people, like I said, don't think that they can do this or don't think that they can help themselves. We have to learn how to stop playing victim at some point. There's a lot of things that you can do for yourself. I'm pretty sure that. You just have to put your mind to it, make that decision that you want to do it. Even if it's finding a more loving relationship. You can always do that as well. Yes, it may hurt to lose that person that you're with now, that kind of thing. I went through that a few times. But it had to be done in order for me to get to a happier relationship and for me to be a happier person as well within that relationship. And like I said, we have to learn how to self-soothe, if that's the word you want to use, or self-coach. Like I said, almost everything that I have that I talk about in these videos, the lessons, my experiences, while they may not be the exact same that you've been through, you can pick up a lesson and learn the way. I'm always talking about the lessons and all that kind of stuff, how they're important in this kind of thing. There's always lessons to everything that happens in our lives. I know while we're going through the chaos, while we're going through the trauma is not going to look like a lesson during that time because we're so upset, so wrapped up in the emotion of what's going on. I know in the moment it's not going to look like that. But once you're done with that situation, you can think about a silver lining is always something that, even within the negative, there's always a positive happening at the same time. It's teaching you something. It's how I look at everything. Like I said, back in the day, I didn't look at things like that. Back when I was in my 20s, my teens, I didn't look at life like that at all. It wasn't until I started doing my soul searching the first time, my mid to late 20s, that I started looking at life like that. That whether there's even if there's a negative going on, there's some kind of positive or something that life is teaching me in the process. And I had to go back and look at all those lessons. Like I said, that's how I'm able to, of course, talk to y'all and tell y'all some things and teach y'all some things today, the things that I went through. Like I said, nobody taught me back in the day. I had to self-coach myself and teach myself. Had no idea what coaching was until maybe like 5-6 years ago or something, wasn't that long ago. I heard of coaches, had no idea exactly what they did, what you had to do to be one, anything back then. Before I was, 40 years old. Had no idea. Never even looked it up until I started looking things up, because it's exactly what I'm doing in social work, actually. Been a social worker for over 20 years. It's the exact thing, actually. But I'm just like, okay, had no idea. Wish I'd have known back in the day. I never looked, never saw, never was around folks that did anything or called it personal development. Never knew what, I guess, awakening. Never knew what those things were until like the last several years. Never knew that there was any personal development books that I could actually go back that can teach me some things. Even if it's about business, I knew there were books and stuff like that. I just didn't think that they can help me. I guess I put it that way. Now I see that they can. Now I see that there's other folks, coaches and things like that can help as well. I even went to therapy back when I was in college. I went to therapy for like 3.5 years. So yes, I had a therapist back then too, back when I was in college. She taught me some techniques as well. So I guess I can't say it was in my 20s. I guess that was in college, actually, as I'm sitting up here talking, because I forgot about that. That was back when I first went to college. I was 17 I guess when I turned 18, because the first semester, I didn't know they had a therapy department. I guess I put it that way. But up until, like I said, my like the second semester in college, and up until actually the therapist that I had actually moved to Florida. So I don't think it was the whole 4 full years. I think it was like the 3 full years. I think I was with that therapist. Her name was Linda. I never forget her. And I found a postcard of her. And I think I had her address somewhere too. I was actually going to write her a letter sometime soon. As soon as I found the address and figure out what the heck I did with it. But like I said, I guess the soul searching, when I first did that in my 20s, that was what I did on my own. But when I first went to therapy the first time, that was the main time that I actually ever went. I tried to go a little bit after that, trying to find a therapist after that. It just didn't work. I think I saw 1, 2, or 3 times after that. It really did not work. They really didn't seem like they were interested in my life or what was going on, anything like that. So I said, forget it, and start doing it for myself. I guess I put it that way. And like I said, that's when I started the soul searching, doing all those things back when I was having issues with my husband. I had to separate and that kind of thing. Like I said, because I actually forgot about the therapy. And the reason why I started going to therapy back when I was in college, I never had therapy up until that point at all. I just knew that when I started, because I had bad nightmares and bad dreams all the time. Somebody was trying to kill me, kill somebody. It was always just bad trauma-filled dreams, almost every night. Waking up in cold sweats. I know that's PTSD, because that's what I was diagnosed with. PTSD and a little bit of paranoia, I think she said, which that came from the environment that I grew up in. Always having to watch my back because folks were trying to hurt you or shoot you or do something, rob you, was that kind of thing, rape you, those kind of environments. So I had to watch my back all the time. And she said that's probably where they came from, like the little bit of paranoia, but it was basically PTSD. Which anybody that grows up in any kind of traumatic environment, that's probably what you're gonna have. I guess I put it that way. Until you start dealing with things. And like I said, she wasn't even a full therapist. She was actually a student in training, I guess I put it that way. And that was one of her first clients that she got, actually. To start getting her hours in, but she was damn good, actually. And like I said, that was the first time that I actually sought any help for anything. And after about the first few months that I was seeing her, my bad dreams stopped, actually. And I don't have bad dreams a lot now lately. Sometimes I do. It just depends on what I'm watching on TV, what's going on, that kind of thing. But other than that, I really don't have bad dreams. I did have one last week. I forgot. But like I said, my partner was watching some kind of show and all this drama, these shootings, all this stuff was going on. And I fell asleep and it was the same kind of damn dream. I don't know. It's like, Lord, have mercy, Jesus. The same thing I heard going to sleep is the same dream I had. So, like I said, the things I watch and things I hear, that's what sometimes the dreams are about. I put it that way now, the bad dreams. But like I said, as I think about it, that was the first time that I actually got help. I guess I put it that way. From an actual professional, I guess I'd say that. And yes, I did have to pay. I forgot how much it was. I know I was a student, but I still had to, I think it was like $10 a session or it was like a sliding scale, like with the college, or $10 a month. It was something like that. I know it wasn't a lot. But I did have to get a job to pay for it, that kind of thing, which was fine. Like I said, if you want something bad enough, you have to start doing the work. I didn't have a job at that time when I first went to college. But like I said, I had to start doing the work from somewhere. I had to get out and find me a job in order to start paying for that therapy because I knew it was working for me. Now, I knew that I've had a feeling in my mind and my gut that there was something that was going to work for me. And like I said, when you're trying to, of course, heal, go through that process too, you have to figure out what's going to work for you and you have to make a decision to do that thing. Like I said, y'all, I'm actually about to get out the car shortly because I need to get me something didn't have any fruit to make besides apples and a salad and that kind of thing. I have that for lunch to bring today. So I got to get me something from Smoothie Kings, I guess, to eat this morning. I guess to put it that way. Because I'm like starving this morning, actually. So I'll be cutting this video off shortly just to let y'all know. But I know I said a whole lot of things in this video. Y'all was all over the place, I'm sure, which is fine. But that's how my mind works sometimes. So just to let y'all know that. Which I'm sure y'all, if y'all have been listening for a while, I'm sure you already know that already. But like I said, I know the things that I've said will definitely help you, I'm sure. And point you to some things that you can, of course, get your life together with, y'all. That's the main thing that I want to see. And I didn't even know my sis Abigail was on here. Thanks, sis, for tuning in. I hope that you're doing well. Like I said, I'm about to get off this video this morning. So I'm about to head into Smoothie King to get a smoothie and then head my butt to work. So I want to say thank y'all for tuning in. I hope that y'all doing well. I may do another Car Chronicles this afternoon. We'll see on the way home. If not, then I'll do one in the morning at 7:30 Central Standard Time, y'all. So with that, I hope that y'all got something from this video this morning. The main thing that I can say, like I said, if you're wanting to do some work, you know that you're sick and tired of being in the situation that you're in, start doing the work. Like I said, everything that I post, everything that I put out, or damn near everything that I post and put out, will help you self-coach yourself. If you cannot do it on your own, like I said, you can always DM your girl. We can go ahead and get started with some sessions. But like I said, everything that I have, you can damn near self-coach yourself, even from the courses that I have. And I'll put the link in the description of this video because I have ebooks and that kind of thing that you can check out too. That's free, that you can help, like I said, coach yourself through these situations. So with that, y'all, I'm going to get out this car. So take care, y'all. Have a great day. And I'll see y'all in the next Car Chronicles. And again, sis Abigail, thank you for tuning in. And anybody else that sees this later on today, catch the replay, definitely thank you. And definitely, of course, like I said, share this out with your friends, your family. Share it on your pages, your blogs. If you feel like it, that is fine. But if you feel that you got value from it, I guess I put it that way. And if you feel that somebody else can get value from it as well, then go ahead and share it. If not, then don't do anything with it. But like I said, y'all take care. Have a good one. I'll see y'all in the next Car Chronicles. Take care, y'all.